What is up, folks, and welcome to another new series. A series that may not seem so new if you've been around long enough and you've been here with me for the last 4 or 5 years. I've been kind of just running and doing this channel for fun. For those of you that do know and have been around long enough, you know that this channel was built off of building tutorials, creativity, showing you guys how to do stuff pretty snazzy in Minecraft all those years ago. Well, I'm bringing it back. Here we are. Welcome back to the Let's Build series. You get a little glimpse here what we're going to be building today. Not going to reveal the whole thing right away because I'm going to show you guys all at the end and as we build it. But you get a little glimpse there. So just sit back if you're here for the tutorial. Just follow along. I'm going to keep things kind of slow, but keep a good pace going so you guys get a good idea. If you're just here for the video, the entertainment purposes, well, sit back, enjoy, watch me build a house, and we're going to get right along with it. So sit back and enjoy. Alrighty, so to get this show on the road, you're gonna need the items listed in my inventory here and my hotbar, and we're gonna start with pretty much the bottom section, bottom floor of the house. So first things first, we got to get your foundation going. You're gonna go 5 blocks apart. Let's actually move that over just to make sure we have enough room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get this tree out of the way, and then we're gonna go over 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, come out, ba bing, ba boom, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, boom, don't mess up, 2, 3, 4, 5, come in again, ba ba bum, ba ba bum, and bada bing, bada boom. So obviously, foundation, not too complicated there, and then second, we got to put up our walls, so let's get the framework going. We're going to be using some stripped spruce logs for this. Now, obviously, if you want to do this kind of your own way, you want to use your own materials, you don't have access to any of this stuff, a lot of this can be switched out with alternate blocks. You can kind of do whatever you please in terms of getting this build looking the way that you want it to look. I am not going to stop you, nor am I going to criticize you on the way you want to handle this build. Let's get all this stuff out of there. Ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. Alright, so there's our general framework there. Looking pretty good, looking pretty good. We're going to quickly go around with some oak logs here and just kind of have these popping out on each side. Have them just come out 1 block. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, looking pretty good. So that's kind of the general outline for our bottom floor. Now all we got to do is start filling it in. So this is where the barrel is going to come into use. Now using barrels can be a little bit tricky sometimes because they can be oriented in different directions. So make sure that you have them going in the direction you want. Say you don't have the resources to make barrels, say you don't even want to bother with it, since obviously you do have to craft them and they're not exactly the cheapest item in the game. It takes quite a bit of wood to make a good bunch of them. You can always replace anything like barrels with, just an oak log or something like that. It still keeps the build looking good. The barrels won't stand out too much. I just like them because they add a little bit of a good little touch. So you can go around here. Just make sure you're placing them the right direction. Alright, so let's get this wall going here. So from here, you're just going to come up again with some more spruce logs. Or stripped spruce logs. We'll do both sides at once here, just so you guys get a good idea. And then I'll finish all this up so we can get moving on a little bit quicker. Next, you're going to make your window frame go like so. Actually, we'll do it this way, like that. Alright, looking pretty good, looking pretty good. Next, you're going to grab your gray stained glass, fill her in, and that's actually generally going to be just your wall for every single area. So we're going to do the same over here. And I go upside down stair, gray stained glass, and boom, you're good there. Real quickly, we're going to get the door frame out of the way. So that'll just be upside down stair, right side up stair, some logs going up, and we'll do an upside down stair there. There's going to be your door frame. Looking pretty good. So I'm going to go around, I'm going to do all the walls, and then we'll continue on with the exterior. Alright, so we are all done putting the walls in. I'm going to do a quick fly around just to give you guys a quick look at what we did. Obviously, 2 stripped logs on each side, some barrels implemented in there, and we are using gray stained glass. You can obviously use whichever color stained glass that you please. If we come around to this side here, I did leave this wall open. You will notice that as I go on with the build. Later on, we're going to be adding a fireplace there, so just leave that kind of open, and we'll get to that toward the end of the build. So next thing we're going to do is we need to add a little bit of a support to the outside frame. So how we're going to do that is we're going to do kind of a mix of stone brick here and go around like this, and then just every so often throw a little cobblestone in there. Throw just a little bit of cobblestone. We'll do a little cobblestone there. Do some all stone brick stairs there. And this is going to just add to the overall frame of the house. And then we'll do some walls on top of that. So you can also mix the walls up. You can see we got some cobblestone walls in here. Boom, 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 boom. Just kind of mix it up, go around, add some framework there. Boom, boom. Oh, wrong. Not there. And come around back here. And we're looking pretty good. We got some support going there, looking a little bit more structurally stable. Now this is where it's going to get a little bit more random. So we're going to kind of complete our foundation here for the most part. So we're going to come in and we're going to pop a couple of blocks in between these guys. So here in the corner, you can do whatever you want. If you want to do a slab, you can do a slab. I am personally going to just put a stair there for now. And we're going to do a stair there, slab. Actually, we'll do a full-size block there. And then we'll do another slab there. That's another problem with using barrels too, is that when you're clicking around, you're placing blocks, you end up accidentally clicking the barrel, which is that's not good. Don't do that. And then we'll throw just a slab right there. Front entrance here, we're gonna do a stair coming out, and then we'll go back to some stone brick stairs. Have them connect all together in a nice, neat fashion, and you can fill this in with whatever you want. I'm just going to throw a cobblestone slab there for now. And then here, we're going to go again. Let's grab that mossy... Actually, we'll grab some mossy cobblestone slabs and just throw just a couple blocks there. We'll actually put a stair there. And all this does is... And we'll switch up over here. We'll throw a slab here in the corner. So... what that does is it adds a pretty good solid foundation to the house. The original stone brick was kind of just an outline. And this makes everything look like it's very cemented into the ground. It's not going to fall down. Erosion's not going to kick it away. It looks pretty good. Alright, and once you have completed that, let's do another quick fly around. Just so you can see, I did throw a couple blocks of cobblestone and random mossy cobble in there. I do love the fact that Mojang has decided to add mossy cobble to the both slab and stair variant. It makes things so much nicer and easier, and it makes things just look so much more uniform. But anyway, we're pretty much good there on the foundation. Now we just gotta spruce up, and I don't mean that as a pun, but we do have to spruce up the exterior just a little bit for the bottom floor. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to come back to our first kind of window area here, and this is where we're going to start using our trapdoors and so on. So we're going to do a stair in there, and then we're going to do a trapdoor here, not there, trapdoor, and then we're going to do a trapdoor right here at the top of the stair, like that. So then it creates that kind of archway. Looks pretty good. And doorway here, kind of same thing, just gonna do stair in, and then what's it called, trapdoor there. Kind of tripped over my words. And over here, just kind of like a just trapdoor right in the corner, and another thing right here. So we're gonna do stair in, trapdoor, and trapdoor. All right. So you can see we kind of got these little archways over everything, looking pretty nice, You're going to do that for all the window areas. Just a quick reminder, over here we are keeping open, going to leave it open for a fireplace, so just kind of leave that alone for now. And I think now we're going to move on to the roof. Alright, so doing any kind of roofing in Minecraft I think can be some of the most daunting stuff to do when you're trying to make a good looking build, because I think people sometimes get confused on where blocks are supposed to go, how it's supposed to look, and there is no general specific way to do it. So I'm going to show you guys one of my more simple techniques to doing just kind of a basic roof. And I know some of you are going to be like, oh, that's a basic roof? That looks kind of complicated. I promise you it's not. If you follow along, you'll see that actually everything's pretty generally easy to do. So you can see here, we're going to come up with 2 oak logs on each side here. We're going to go up 2, then we're going to go up 2 again, and then we're going to have it all come together at the top with 1 block. We're going to do that the same way on the other side. We're going to do 2 blocks going up, and that's going to create kind of our main roof here right in the center of the house. Now we're going to have 2 other roofs come out on this side, and it's going to be kind of the same procedure, except 2 blocks up on each side, 2 blocks up, and then we're just going to have it curve over 1 block on each side, and then 1, 2, have it connect right there in the middle. So we're going to also come around to this side here, do the same thing again, and I promise you, not as hard as you think it might be. And that's kind of just the framework for our roof. Now we're going to grab just some solid brick blocks, and I know you probably have already seen the thumbnail and you're going to think, how are you doing this with, it doesn't look anything like the thumbnail with solid brick blocks. You got slabs and stuff in there. We'll get to that, I promise you. So we're going to come around here, ignore the trap doors, and we're just going to do actually the first layer for now. So we're going to come around like this, and we're going to come around over here, boom, 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 and same thing over here. And this is going to kind of create your little diagram on how this is going to pretty much come out. So stack it up again. We'll do actually this corner first here. Stack it up, and then come over here, stack her up again, and then just come 1 block over. Just kind of start stacking it on top of the logs. Go up another layer. Actually, here, don't do that just yet. So we're going to come up 1 layer here, and then we're going to do the same thing on this side. So we're going to come up, and honestly, the easier way I've seen to do this is just go all the way around on all of them. Just make sure you fill up, cover up all those logs, create a little overhang there, and then do the same thing on this side. Come up, all the way over, and then this gives you an idea on where to go off from when you do this side here. So we're going to have this come all the way out to here, and then we're going to go to this block here, 1 inner block, come all the way out again, fill that up there, and then have this just come across, not all the way, but almost all the way across, come out from that block all the way over here, and do the same thing here, fill all that in, and then fill all this in, and we're going to touch this up, I promise. It doesn't look as good right now, but this is all going to get really touched up, and it's going to look really good in the end. So you can see we've already got 1 side done there, pretty much. At least for the general outline. Come all the way across with the top. And then I'm not going to cut here. I'm just going to do the same thing again. I'm going to come all the way across. Come all the way across again. And then have that poke out. Just have you watch, get an idea. There we go. Alright, so the general roof is actually done now. Believe it or not, if you just followed along with that, you've pretty much done everything that you need to do to get that roof all generally going and good to go. So we're going to go on top here. We're going to grab some dark oak stairs, and we're going to go upside down stair, right side up stair, upside down stair, right side up stair. Just kind of follow along. Alright, inner stair, upside down, have it all connect together, upside down stair there. And when you get to the top, there's a couple ways you can do this. We can actually grab like a dark oak solid block here, wherever that is. Boom, let's grab that, fill that in, have a stair poke out, and then down here where there's kind of a little bit of a cut, where it looks like there should be more connected there, upside down stair, and then have the stair come out. Make sure it all folds in on each other. And you just did the front side of the roof. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? Doesn't that look good? See, if you just follow along with that, you just did that. It's not that hard, I promise. And we're going to come around to the side here. We're going to have this follow around. Have that stair fold in. Upside down stair, right side up stair. We'll just do this side here real quickly so you get an idea. Upside down stair, right side up stair. And just kind of follow along with the roof upside down stair. We'll do a solid block again, and then we'll pop out a stair on the end there. So that looks like more like a normal triangular roof, while this one is obviously more of a taller triangle. If I remember the names of my triangles, I would tell you which triangle that is, but geometry was a long time ago. I'll come around here, do the same thing again. I'll give you guys another taste. And we'll complete this roof area here, but we might cut out a little bit because, like I said, we're going to put a little fireplace there, which I think will look pretty good. Pop out a stair here. We'll do that and then that. Upside down stair. Stair, stair. And like I said, this can be probably the most daunting thing that people get in the build. And I've seen people build some really nice houses, and like they look generally good. They look like they have the best idea ever. And then they get to the roof, and then things just kind of crumble. They start falling apart. Do the same thing here. Just kind of create that triangular roof. Upside down stair. Solid dark oak. Same thing here. And voila, you literally just did that roof. I promise you, not that hard. Not that hard at all. Alright, and obviously the next part is going to be filling in these little top area of the top floor of the house here. So to do that, not too complicated, I promise, but we're going to start introducing bone blocks. Probably my favorite block that Mojang has added into the game in a long time. It's more of a matte white kind of block. It doesn't look too kind of clean like quartz does, but doesn't look too gritty, kind of like wool. It's right there in the middle. So we're going to fill in 2 blocks here on each side and then come down 1. So that leaves us just enough room so we can pop a window right here. And then you can grab your stained glass. I think, did I drop my stained glass? Stained glass. What we're using, gray stained glass. There we go. Throw that in there. And then some trap doors. And then we're going to have the roof just kind of fold in on each other here. Just fill that in up to the top. Fold in on each other. And then right here, we're going to make a little planter box. These aren't too complicated to make, I promise. So we'll do a dirt there. I'm using coarse dirt because I think it looks kind of more like a, I don't know. I don't imagine grass would grow in a little planter box. So we're going to keep that coarse dirt so that grass doesn't grow. And then we're going to have 2 stairs come out like this. Fill it in with a trapdoor so that dirt doesn't fall out. Fence on each side. And then we're going to pop a grass. I like using grass personally, but you can obviously use whichever plant you like. Pop grass right there. And we do cover up our window a little bit. Not a big deal. And that's actually all you have to do. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. We'll come around to this side. We're going to do the same thing over here. Obviously, it's a little bit shorter, but just 2 bone blocks. Right side up. Upside down stair. Upside down stair. Grab our glass again. Trapdoor. Trapdoor. We'll just throw some fences on the side. Make sure those that roof folds around. And then you're going to throw another planter box right here. 2 upside down stairs. And a trapdoor. And you're going to do that for that one other side. Once again, going to leave that side blank for that fireplace. And then we're going to touch up that roof a little bit. And believe it or not, you're almost done. Alright, so before we finish the roof and kind of like conclude the whole build of this house, because right now it's looking pretty good, I'm going to give you guys a brief little fly around just to make sure you got everything right. Obviously, you can do things however you want. If you think a different method of doing something looks better, go for it, because the creativity, your creativity is your own creativity. I want you guys to build it how you want it to look. I'm just giving you guys some pointers on how you guys can make your houses look just a little more snazzy on your friends' servers. You know, you can have some bragging rights and be like, hey, I built this house. It's better than yours. Yada, yada, yada. But just to give you guys some close-ups here, we'll give you a little look at the interior. Everything looks pretty good. Actually, since we're in the interior right now, just letting you know, you can pop these little corners here. That just gives you just a little bit more room. But we're pretty roomy in here right now. I'll throw an interior in here toward the end of the video. But, so, as you can see, you've probably already seen the thumbnail. The roof right now looks a little bit boring. And we're going to throw some stairs just on top here real quickly. Just to give itself a little bit more depth. Just a little bit more. A little bit more, just some stuff poking up there. So what you can do, since you're using brick, I say Minecraft, Mojang has added in a lot of stuff in the last couple years that really do complement brick very well. One of them being granite, the other being just standard terracotta. You can use red terracotta too. I think it looks a little too bright for my taste, so I'm just going to use the normal terracotta. And this part's really easy, I promise. You guys are going to love this, especially if you're artsy. So you're just going to start popping some random bits of this stuff just throughout your roof. Just go in there, break some brick, save some brick, and pop some clay in there. Just spread it out. Keep it completely random. You don't need to follow any kind of pattern. And like I said before, if you don't have access to this kind of resource yet, I mean, you should be able to find clay pretty much in swamps and rivers, stuff like that. But say you don't have access to that for some reason, you could just go normal brick, and maybe you can use granite. You should have pretty easy access to granite. But we'll throw in just a little bit here. Go random. We'll start with just the clay for now. And this looks pretty good. Now it looks a little too uniform there, so we'll throw that in there, like that. All right, so we'll do just a couple up here. Give you a little bit of a top look. You see, we kind of just randomized some clay in there. And you can see it's already kind of broken up that roof. It's giving your eye a little bit more to look at. Well, we're going to give it just a little bit more eye candy because we're going to go in. I think we're going to use, let's use some actual polished granite here. I don't know why I grabbed the kind of gritty granite. And this you can just throw a little bit less of in there, but just pop a couple in here and there. Make sure they're spread out, scattered away from each other. We'll put 2 on the roof here. This just gives your eyes something a little bit more to look at. You want to look at it closer and you want to be like, what kind of blocks did he use? Well, I'm using granite and I'm using clay on top of that brick, and it looks pretty good. Let's throw that in there. Make sure it's just nice and scattered. Go into this side, do the same thing. And we'll go over this with some more stuff as well here in a second to make the roof just a little bit more interesting. Just a little bit. We'll throw granite in there. And we'll throw granite in there. Just kind of get every level one of each kind of block. And look at that. Doesn't that look pretty good now? Now, just for a quick little extra, take your granite slabs and your brick slabs and just go in there and start throwing them on top of the build, just in some random areas. Make sure you can stack a couple areas as well. Do that there. Have it come out this side as well. And what that does is that just breaks your roof up a little bit, gives it a little bit more something interesting. Like I said, all Minecraft builds do is they're made to appeal to your eye in some way, shape, or form. So however you wish to do that is completely up to you. Just break up the roof just a little bit. Make sure you get some stairs there. And that can be broken up. You don't have to keep too consistent with it here. If you want to throw one over there. And let's get some more brick in there. Break it up a little bit. Don't use too much of the same block. And that's pretty much the big key thing about doing a Minecraft build is just don't pretty much don't let's keep that a little bit symmetrical there. Let's do this. Don't use too much of the same block, because then your eyes become bored of what you're looking at. But here, as you can see, we got so many colors and we got so much stuff going on with that roof, it makes you want to fly around it. But you might be in survival. You might be down at this angle here. That is perfectly okay, because every angle looks good. Not to toot my own horn, obviously. And then we're just going to grab a button here. We're going to go around. And we're pretty much finishing this bad boy up. Obviously, we got to throw that chimney in there and that fireplace. So we're going to do that now. Alright, so coming into your interior here, we're going to get that fireplace all settled now. So you can do this a number of ways. So I'm just going to use some stone brick here. We're going to fold them up there. We're going to give ourselves just a little mantle. We'll throw a cobblestone slab up there, just because that's what's available at the moment. And then we'll do some quick, we'll remove that. And then let's make sure that this is all hollow here. So obviously your floor level is going to be right there. You can throw in some cobble or something. And, oh yeah, can we go? Yeah, we can crawl under that now. Isn't that nice? And we'll just do, let's see, we'll throw some gravel. Let's throw some gravel in there. Go quickly. And then just have these come up on each side. Break your cobblestone base there and kind of just push it out a little bit. You can do this a number of ways. Actually, you can throw some gravel in there as well. Boom. And then just pop the top area of this up. And you're just going to come up, have that fold in here. And then just bring it all the way up like this. And you can kind of cut it there. Actually, we'll go up one more. We'll go up one more. And let's throw some brick there just to fill it back in. There you go. And what you want to do over here, just break this up. Just get some stairs. Make it look like there's a couple bricks missing. And this just adds more to your eye candy. Throw in some cobblestone. Like so. And then you can have that come around like that. And that looks pretty good. So up top here, we're going to do just 2 upside down stairs. And then we're going to grab some walls. 2 walls next to each other makes kind of a nice little chimney look. And that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. So we'll come inside here, grab your campfire, and we'll plop that right there. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good, I think. And even then, if you want to do this, replace these side areas with some solid blocks. Grab some, what are they called? Iron bars, I believe. Throw that there. Kind of blocks it off a little bit. Inner chimney. Just have this come up. And then over here, you can just fill that in with some wood. And that looks pretty good. We can even do some, let's do this here. Let's do that. Throw a slab there. And voila, that looks pretty good. Kind of a little more simple fireplace, but gets the job done. And that's pretty good. So let's come out here. Let's throw a door down real quickly before I forget. Let's do a spruce door. All right. Now if it'll let me out. Quickly before it's throw a slab there. And you are pretty much done. Well guys, I had a lot of fun putting this together for you. This video took a lot of effort to make, but believe it or not, I got a whole bunch more ready and coming for you. This is a pretty large Minecraft world that I've created for you guys here. A sandbox of endless possibilities, and you guys will probably see some more tutorials and let's builds, maybe even some speed builds on this same world. So I think we got a lot coming down the pike here because there is some cool stuff I want to build. But if you guys did enjoy this video, if it helped you at all, if you ended up building this house, I want to hear it. Tell me on Twitter. Send me some screenshots even on Twitter if you guys ended up putting this house together. And I want to see what you guys think. If you guys have any suggestions for builds, I'm doing exactly what I did literally I think 4 or 5 years ago when I first started this series. If you guys have any suggestions of things you want me to build or some ideas, throw them on the comment section, throw them in the Twitter. Tell me what you want to hear, tell me what you want to see, and I will put it together for you. But anyway, I think that's going to call it for today, guys. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, do all those wonderful things, and I will see you guys in the next one.